Good lad. Rocco, good boy. Rocco, good boy. German Shepherd, beautiful dog. However, he's not so beautiful when he's reacting and lunging and pulling at the lead at kids on bikes and movement and the postman and scooters and all that kind of jazz when he's out and about. Are you, buddy? All right. Now, what we need to do is we need to manage his behaviour. We need to manage his reactivity levels and the point of looking that changes from looking to staring to then fixating to then bubbling over to then him reacting in a way that looks very, very intimidating, very, very scary. All right? And it is. Yeah? Don't get me wrong, if he got hold of your arm, you'd know about it. Okay? So what we need to do, start off with, Rocco, good lad, good, is get a connection. Good boy, sit. Good boy, there you go, well done. All right, we need to get a connection with him, and as I've said 1,000,000,001 times before, we're going to use his name to manage that fixational state, to manage the kettle inside him that bubbles to the point of boiling over where he can't control it anymore. So at the moment he doesn't really know the benefit of his name. What do I mean by that? Well, I use the dog's name as a mechanism to get them to look at me. If they're looking at me, then I know I've got their attention, I know I've got their focus, and I know that we can actually start a constructive conversation. I can either say, don't you dare, or go on mate, yeah, you're allowed to, or then I can give him a command, give him a job, give him something else to think about. A number of different techniques and different solutions and different ways that we can manage potential overexcitement or reactivity or frustration just by using their name. Now, I use their name because it's the only word in his life that he's never ever going to change, we hope. Okay, so it's a very, very common name which he is going to get used to. It's easy for us to remember. It fits into a conversation. You haven't got to think about another word when you're retraining, or you haven't got to think about another word when you're trying to train at home. But what I want him to do when he hears his name is look at me. Now, initially, he's not going to do it. Rocco. All right, good. Now we're getting there. Come on in. So initially, I want him to look at me when he hears his name, not my name, his name, all right? If he's looking at me, then I've got an element of control, as I said, okay? So for example, we would watch him out on the street, we would see his demeanour, his body language change, and then just with a simple calling his name, we could redirect him, we could move him away from the distraction or what's winding him up. We could give him a job, we could give him a command, sit, lay down, do whatever, all right? But we cannot do that if he's looking away. Rocco, good, yes, good. So for the last sort of 10 or 15 minutes, maybe longer, we've literally just been teaching him the benefit of looking at us when he hears his name. That's what we've been doing. Rocco, good, come on then, good. Now this isn't about come, we're not that far. What I want you to do is every time you hear your name, I want you to look in the direction of where it's coming from. Rocco, good boy, come on then. Now he is making the decision to return to us because we've paid him, we've made it worthwhile, all right? So I'm capitalising on that, and I'm also forward thinking of feeding in an effective recall. If he's willing to come back to me just on the sound of his name, then you know the job may be easier later on down the line. Let's give it a go. Wait for him to look away, like so. Rocco, good, there you go, well done. Good job. Can you sit? Well, flipping heck, mate. This is going to be easy, isn't it? Hey, this is going to be easy. Right up until the point that we go out into the big wide world and I show you a 10-year-old on a scooter. then we've got to work hard. It all stems from us having an element of control right from the offset. And the underlying thing here is prevention is better than cure. I can manage him and I can watch him and I can look at his behaviour elevate to the point of bubbling over and reacting, then it's too late. You're in a fight, all right? Big, strong dog, he's at the end of the lead and you are fighting to regain an element of focus, attention, control. And you've got to reduce him from level 50 right the way down to 0 again. If we can keep him at 1, 2 and watch him elevate 3, 4, at 3 or 4, we're already intervening. We're already coming up with a risk assessment where if I keep going, he is going to bubble over. So that's when we're moving, we're luring, we're redirecting, we're giving him other options, we're giving him other things to think about, we're giving him different tasks to complete. But if he remains calm and he does those tasks, he gets paid effectively. Rocco, good lad. Good boy. Sit. Stay there. I'd be happy if you did. Really happy. But I'd be happier if you come. Sit. Good. A dog that's thinking, a dog that's working, and a dog that is putting things together and analysing different tasks and different jobs to get success is not a dog that is going to be able to boil over, bubble over, fixate and get himself into trouble.